Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is just an introduction video to let you know who I am, what I'll be covering on this channel, and also why I'm covering that. Firstly, therefore, who am I? I'm Maria De Bianchi. I'm a woman of transgender experience. I've been transitioning now for just over 2 years, and I'm just coming up to my 60th birthday. And in my case, I'm fully committed to the full medical transition. I've been on hormones for a while, and I've just had top surgery. So that's who I am. What are we going to be covering? Well, I'm going to be doing a few different things. One is just sharing aspects of my life, because the struggle to accept who I was has now moved into a different phase, clearly, where I know exactly who I am. And sharing that sort of life journey is part of helping people understand what it can be like to go through this kind of process. That's whether you're trans or whether you're not. I'm also going to be sharing the medical side of things, why I've decided to do things, how I felt about them, the mental challenges I've gone through in deciding to do things, whether it's as simple as changing a name or, in the recent example, just having top surgery. But on top of my life, on top of my transition, I'll also be sharing elements of research. And in my case, I started transition just because it was something I felt I had to do to find happiness in my life, to find joy within myself. I had no understanding scientifically of what makes a transgender person. But since I've started my journey, especially in the last year or so, I've done a lot of research into what makes transgender people as they are. And I've actually found that that's made me a lot stronger. It's given me something to fall back on, and it's given me resources which have helped me make stronger progress in my transition journey. And I'll be sharing aspects of that research with you, again, whether you're trans or not, whether you're just interested in understanding the subject, or whether you are trans in some way, shape or form. And learning and understanding things with a bit of insight from someone going through transition might help you. And finally, why am I doing this? Well, I'm very lucky. I have a medical team giving me all the support I can have, that I need. And I'm also lucky because I live in a place where people are open to me, they accept me and they love me for who I am. I remember the days a long time ago where I felt alone, where I felt like I was an ogre, where I felt that the world would rather I just die. And, feeling alone like that, especially when you understand the nature of the condition, you shouldn't be alone. There are millions of us in the world, and we are as we are for some very good reasons. And so I wanted to share all of this in a way to pay back to my community my good fortune in having the life that I do. But also, if just one non-transgender person watches this and realizes that actually there's nothing to fear, that we are just human beings, we're just a form of a human being like humans that are left-handed, we're just a natural human variation. If just one person can understand that and buy into that's why we are how we are, and change how they look at us, that will be a job done. So I'm looking to do this to pay back to my community, to help them, to make them feel less alone, to give them more information, but also to help the rest of the world understand why they have nothing to fear from us, because you don't. We're just humans, just like everybody else, and all we want to do is live. That's as simple as it gets. So that's the introduction video. Not sure when the next video will be out, but it'll be out just as soon as I can do it. But these things are hard work, so respect all of the other creators out there. These things take a lot of work. So anyway, that's me, that's the introduction. I'll leave you now, and my usual sign is going to be something like with peace and love, because peace and love is everything. Without it, we are nothing. So peace and love to everyone. I'll see you next time. Take care now.